morning, good morning, good morning. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching and for showing interest in my items and of course from purchasing. I realize I've never said thank you in any of my videos because my mother would be appalled at my poor manners. So thank you all so much for tuning in and for looking at my things and for buying. It's fun, you know, and then once I learn how to do lives, I'll do an auction. Maybe I have somebody that's already doing them help me out with that. Might drag me into their room or something. Okay, I grabbed the last like box, these things that are stored in a spare bedroom. So I haven't gotten to my drawers yet, but I found some goodies I forgot about. I took these to the jeweler to have the batteries replaced and have them checked out. They're Adidas watches. I just don't wear them. This one's heavy. So the pin's pulled out so it don't run the battery down, but it just had a new battery put in it. So I got two of them. She does, I think her stuff is like, ain't it bronze or brass or something? I think it's this one. He had said that there was a rhinestone missing and did I want him to replace it? And I thought for the cost of what they would charge at the jeweler to do that, and because that's pretty sure it's right at the very end of this, what's going to be on the back of your arm. And I'll double check because I didn't see it. The jeweler found it. I don't see it. I looked when he told me. I don't see it. I ain't finding it, but I remember that it was like towards the end. And I thought, no, it don't make no sense to spend that money to have that little old rhinestone put in there. What they charged me, because somebody gets it if they were, oh, there it is. I was right. It's right at the very end. I'm like right there. Now you can't see it. It's why I didn't pay him to do it. So it's Adidas. It's in perfect condition. I had them clean them and check them out and change the batteries. But he didn't replace the run, so don't ask me. I'm glad he didn't because it's crazy. Now I know most folks maybe can change these batteries themselves, but even my husband, he was like, just take it to the jeweler. He didn't want to mess with them. He's an engineer. He's like, no, it's about some of the guys at your office. Guess just take it to the jeweler, honey. So I took it to Sergio. If you're in Tampa, they're at Gun Highway and Casey Road, like where the old cash and carry used to be, and there's all that strip center. That's Sergio's jeweler there. He's good. He'll buy your gold and silver. He does repairs. And he's such a nice man. He's been in Tampa forever. He was used to be in the paper when the paper was an actual paper, not just a bunch of propaganda. But yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea. I used to have the papers. Oh, I do have that Wild Things pin set. That's probably in my drawer. It's still in the original box with the papers. I never wore them. Even the elephant one, never wore it. I bought them. I used to like them TV things. No, that's not for sale. But that is nice. I don't know. Adidas, big old watch. It works. Here, I'll push the button in so it can start to running. I don't know if y'all be able to see it going. Come on. Is that one got a second hand? There it goes. See, it's ticking away. I'm gonna pull the pin back out so you guys set the time so it don't run down your battery. So you just pull that pin out to change the time and also stops your battery. And you push it back in, it's gonna start to run. I don't know, 30? No idea. No, I didn't look up comps. No, I'm already running late. I kept smelling something in the kitchen. There ain't no dishes out. Now my husband, I was dehydrating some roses that was dying in the water. I thought, let me dehydrate these, but he left some jerky trays in there, but that's not it. It was the I was making apple cider vinegar from my apple peels. I didn't stay on top of it. I need to change that cheesecloth on it. Here's another Adidas. Now this one, he didn't say there was nothing missing in it. It's real pretty. I like those amber colors. I just don't wear a watch. I wouldn't be able to see the darn thing. But I don't wear a watch. I use my phone if I even look at the time. So there's clear and like champagne colored rhinestones in this one with like a, I don't know, is that pearlite, like a gold pearlized face on it, Roman numerals. It's the same way other side. And then down here, it's reticulated. So it's got them open holes there. I don't know. I guess I'm going to do 30 on these. The Heidi Dallas, let's just say 30 on the Heidi Dallas. I don't know. I don't know. If y'all think it's too much, let me know if they're like going for nothing these days. I don't know. They used to be crazy, crazy expensive. I know I paid too much for them, but I don't wear them. And I couldn't believe, I was like, oh, I forgot I took those to the jeweler when I took my amber bracelet in there to have that clasp replaced. I totally forgot about it. I left them at the jeweler's for like a week before I went and got them. I kept forgetting. His wife finally called me and said, you know, your watches are here. I'm like, thank you. All right. Oh, I love this piece. Love, 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 love this. It just, you know, like I said, I am real warm-blooded. So everything sticks. I don't mind these torques. No, this is not for sale. No, this is a very, no. I got this from Makeup Zombie. Oh yeah, it's the most I've ever paid for anything on her site, but I knew what it was. I knew what it was when I saw it, and I snagged it. I snagged it. When you see that in the can on a piece, you grab it. You grab it. And that artist, he's like the matriarch too. He's like one of the older left in that family, and a bunch of his youngins and nieces and nephews, they're all making jewelry. My nose is running. I ain't sick, y'all. I noticed in my video yesterday, I'm like, you're touching your nose all the time. These people gonna be freaked out about COVID. Especially up in Florida. It's like, we crazy people down here. We don't wear masks, we don't do nothing. I just had that in my hot little hands, and I laid it down to talk about this. And it's a Jolie, and it is vintage. She's in my lap. Jolie's in my lap. That yellow, greenish, charmant tinge is true. Let me just turn the light out. My bracelet got stuck on the doggone. Hello, hello. Yes, 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 that's rhodium. Yes. It's another one's been babied. Look how she finished this piece out too, all the way down. And even on the hook. And these get graduated all the way down. And she did the same down here, graduated down. And this is where you hook down here, and it's finished off with a larger rhinestone. Are these not great? And that's it, signed Jolie, Jola. So beautiful. This one is to die for. Let's see how I got me a new neck, because I've been using like the upper torso of my mannequin. So I used to sell clothing, and I would, you know, of course I'd put jewelry on Roxy. She's my mannequin. That thing used to scare me and Ashley to death when we first got it. You'd walk in the house, she'd be standing there. One night I just stuck her behind the couch in the family room just to get her out the way. My husband was scared and he was falling asleep, and that thing fell behind him. He jumped up, got his foot caught up in the chair, and he about broke his neck. That thing scared him to death. Let's put this on the neck. I know it's not, it's funny in retrospect. Scared the living dog shit out of him. I'm gonna put this on the very last bit that you're gonna be able to put it on. Come on, hook. My hands are real bad this morning. That's why I'm getting such a late start. Oh, I forgot to turn my light back on. Ah, it'll calm down in a minute. I can't see to get this thing hooked. Let me hook it and then I'll put it on the neck. Oh, my hands are so bad this morning. Just so awful, terrible bad this morning. It's okay, y'all. I mean, it's not terminal. Well, that thing don't seem like it wants to go on there. I'm gonna open it up a little bit. It don't hurt it. Just gonna make it work. Well, Lord of mercy, how in the hell do you hook it? I've worn this thing a million times. Maybe I squished it. There you go. It's just me. So I hooked it on the as low as you're going to do it, because you're going to hook it in between these stones. I was never going. Oh, please tell me I didn't hook it crooked where it won't lay right. Oh, good. It's laying right. It throws a lot of yellow greenish. It does. The color off of these is not just clear. It does have a yellowish, greenish color that comes off of these. Really, I like the green color in these. Trying to get that light where it's not so severe. That's better. But see how it's got that little bit of the green and yellow? It's beautiful. Beautiful. And yes, it's signed Jolie. And guess what? Girl, where am I going to put you? On my cookie rack, known as I have my cookie cooling rack over here. All right, we got to unhook you. Oh, it comes open easier than it closes. Found the stupid thing. It was right there. It just had a piece of paper over it. I just didn't look good. I'm going to measure this from end to end. It's 15.5 inches end to end. So this is a choker. Gorgeous. Ain't a thing wrong with this. This is another one's just been sitting up. It was already out of my jewelry box, but it's kept away from anything. I wish y'all could see the yellow. It's not picking up the yellow. There it goes. I love that. It's so pretty. No, it's not the stones yellowing. It's the color of the rhinestones. That's, it's not yellowing. That's the color it's throwing. And they are actually prong set. Every one of them. So anyway, that vinegar, oh my God. It's one thing to get mold. That's fine. That's normal. You scoop it off and change the cheesecloth. It's fine. No, I just forgot about it. I got rose oil up there I made too, and that's a long process. That's like double boil. That takes like 7 times through the double boil or that stuff. But at least I know it's organic. It's from my own roses. So I'm gonna start putting it on the skin. Now that I remembered it's up there. I already strained it. It's just sitting up there in the dark. I don't know. With this Jolie, I'll do 20 on it. I don't know. I did not go through these and let me look at comps. No. I'm kind of basing it on kind of like, what did I pay for it? And I don't remember. I've had this piece. Hell, I've slept since then. I don't know. We're going to curl this up. Store this laying down. And again, don't get it wet because this one's closed in the back, especially anything closed in the back. Don't get it wet. And there's no reason you should ever have to wet this. Once you get it home, just keep it closed up. So don't, if it gets dusty or you wear it out and you've got perfume, hairspray, Dawn at Hudson Vintage has a video about cleaning jewelry. Watch her video. She's absolutely positively correct. So the Jolie rhinestone choker, 20. Jolie, Jolie. I'm in a mood, y'all. Buddha, Buddha, baby, baby. I don't know. I'm gonna put him on a chain for y'all. It's Buddha with the snake, and it's symbolic of like the piece of the Buddha and the energies of the serpent. It's one of them things. It's one of those things that I just loved. This is an oldie. It's an old sterling silver brooch. This is vintage. I forget if this one's art or jewel art. It's one of them like that. One of them like that. Sterling by Jewel Art. Yep. It's old. It's sterling, so it's got a little bit of that. You know how the real old sterling will get those little bitty black little specks on it. It comes off. I'm just saying. It'll buff off. And it's a flower brooch. This one's vintage. Dating on this because of the symbology of the I'm gonna call this a tulip because of the symbology. I think this is like a 50s piece, 40s and 50, 40 to 50, 1940s to into 50s. Look at the work though. It's got the stem of the flowers. Do you see it coming out? The pestulas or what they call them, coming up out the middle, and the texture on the leaves. It has a very Art Nouveau look. It's like an Art Nouveau with how it just flows. There's a lot of curving, a lot of movement in this piece. On the jewel, this is by Jewel Art, right? Let me weigh this because it's solid sterling. You take a look at the clasp. Yes, another one of them early lacquer ones with the V. But it's not a C or nothing. So again, it's like 1940s. I found another earring set. It is so tarnished because when I got it, I never cleaned it. It's stuck in my jewelry box, and I found them like, oh my gosh, I remember I got those and never cleaned them, never wore them. I'm afraid they'll get tangled in my hair. This is 9.84 grams. It's a nice vintage jewel art. I'll do 25 on it. Well, the idea is to sell the stuff and get it out of my house and get it into somebody else's hands. I collected all this stuff as I was going to leave it from a girl, but I'm selling it off. I'm selling out, baby. I'm selling out. These are newer rhinestone earrings. I bought these to match something to go somewhere. I'm pretty sure. I don't think these are sterling or nothing. I better check because I do have some that are. I think these are just some I bought to wear with an outfit. It's probably written on the post. And I gotta check and see if it has the screw on. No, there's no backs. Of course there's not. Oh, it does have the screw on backs, you know, where you have to screw the back on. So that tells me it's not just, all right, let me figure out where these came from before I sell them. Because obviously if they have a screw, if the back of the earring that you have to screw the back on is typically going to be sterling, real gemstones, it's going to be a precious metal. They don't do that on costume jewelry. This just goes in the research department. Where'd I put that? There you go. I have a little box. Sorry. I'm bringing out the crystals that I don't wear anymore. It's a set. So you get the earrings, the bracelet, and the drop dead gorgeous crystals. Now these are from the late 50s, 60s. These are probably 1960s, 50s to 60s because there's some AB rhinestones. It tells me it's late 1950s, early 1960s by the design of this. I love this piece. Love it, love it, love it. I couldn't find a mark on it. Don't mean nothing. Let me make sure I get this to hanging right. There we go. You should be perfect. You've been curled up in there. This don't look like rhodium. This just looks like a base metal. It does have little rhinestones here. This is finished though with some round crystals at the end. And then here's your hook. As you can see, it's just like a base metal with the rhinestones. I don't think it's rhodium. Don't think though. But they're pretty. They're pretty, pretty, pretty. So they're a mixture of clear rhinestones and then some AB rhinestones. Let's put it on the neck. Yeah, I took just the torso of that mannequin, and I have this big pedestal that my husband's grandfather made because he did work. Instead of my husband, he's made a bunch of furniture and stuff in the house, but I'm gonna hook it on the last possible spot. So again, it's gonna be a choker. This is gonna run probably 16 inches. So look at that. Oh Lord, that light. All right, let's kill the light. Kill the light. See how it's got some AB's crystals and some clear. Man, that light's just killing it, isn't it? And that's my over. Oh, there we go. If I be still, it'll catch its head. No, that's just awful. Maybe the light will help. I'm gonna try it and see if it'll straighten up after a minute. There we go. Good gracious. Well, because it was so reflective. I'm gonna point it up and see if that doesn't. There you go. There you go. We had it for, for a minute. You get the idea. But okay, so we got this one. And let me get this back in its little box. Actually, it's a round old plastic thing, but it keeps it clean. So I'm gonna hook it. I'm gonna curl it up. Put her in there like a snake. Oh, let me measure it for you, but I know already it's gonna be 15, 16 inches. I'm just going to measure for the top one. That's where it connects that through that top. That's going to be your longest right there. Oops, stretch out, stretch out. Yeah, 16 inches with the extender. And then it has 3 lengths. So this top one is 16, but then you've got these 2 that drape. Okay, but it's 16 is the longest. Fat thighs, fail. But it's 16 as long as you're going to get it. And it's got a simple little cool wire bracelet. Again, people were smart. It's funny to think that if you really look at like history, some people call it mythology. I think mythology is truer than history sometimes, most of the time, but it's just a coil. So I'm so sorry, y'all. My hands just ain't working today. It's a coil. I don't want to keep fumbling with it and mess it up. But it's a coil. So it's just the coil. And then these are amazing. This tells me that it has to be like the late 50s, early 60s. They quit doing this. If you look at the back of earrings and you see that one rivet, and yet you've got several pieces on there, pay it, look close, and you're going to see there's another piece. And if you get the loop and look in there, you'll see it in between the rhinestones. These are sewn onto another piece that has all these little holes. These are sewn on and then put with the rivet onto this piece of metal here. So these are old, these are sewn on. I know my nails are yellow. I don't know why. Probably for the cooking and messing with that vinegar. And I don't know. Oh, I was in the dirt yesterday afternoon. Maybe that's it. The soil got me. I'm glad to say my soul is black. But yeah, it's got the ABs with the clears and these are clip-ons. I couldn't find no mark, and it looks to me like just base metal. Just looks like base metal. I ain't never found a mark. I didn't look real hard, but I'll look real hard now. Nothing. Nothing, honey. Yeah, my hair is poofy, huh? Poofy. Nope, and let them out. So you've got your necklace, which is triple strand, the coil bracelet, and the earrings. I just love that the way these are made. They don't make them like this no more, but they sew them on. And you gotta look. You gotta look. Always look down in between and try to see and look. And you can see when you see the back, you can barely see where that back is in between the stone and that back. If you look in there, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And you'll be able to see that, oh yeah, those are sewn on, which is a good thing. That's why they've lasted so long. They're not glued on or just, you know, little wimpy. I've seen so many prong set things, and prongs ain't doing nothing. They're just kind of there, but they're not really, they're not what's holding the stone in. But yeah, I like these because they're sewn in. I don't know. Let's do 35 for the 3 pieces. I think that was extremely fair. 35 for the 3 pieces. These are really super nice. It's hard to find the sets that go together. So oh, now I found I said I had those B. David earrings. I was going to convert these all so I could wear them because I just love his early rhinestone work. B, initial B, David, D-A-B. I didn't look it up. Yes, you'll find him. These are some of his early pieces when he was still working with rhodium and doing all the rhinestones. And I was going to convert these all to clipbacks or pierced. Pierced is easier to do. But I wanted these to like have them add like a chain to drop these down. So there'll be more dangles on these, especially like these disco balls. I wanted these to have a longer dangle on them. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 pairs. I love these. Let me make sure these are B David because these look like they go with a brooch that I have. Yeah, these are Weiss. I'm like, wait a minute, these are not B David. You can tell the difference. Yeah, those are Weiss. I have the brooch that matches these, the Weiss brooch that matches these. It should be here. We might run across it today because I grabbed everything. Although that Weiss might be in my drawer. So I thought I brought the Weiss out to go ahead and sell it. I'm not seeing it, but I'll just set these in the corner of this box so that I remember. Yeah, I just got an itchy nose. I ain't sick or nothing. All right, so I got 2 pair of B Davids. Lord, I'm glad I recognize those Weiss. It was the cut and the color, that blue. I remember that from the brooch. I'm like, that's a unique. These are bluish too. And they're screwback rhinestone earrings. So yeah, they all these little blue rhinestones. And yeah, they're all set in the rhodium. And they're all signed B David. I'll double check. I know they're signed. Just gotta find it. Just gotta find it. These don't screw me around. Now another Mandela effect over here because I know these are B David. I'm not seeing it. So strange. I could get things mixed up in this box. I tell you what. Okay, these are B David. All right, so these aren't. That's a good look. These are not B David, but they're vintage rhinestone. I'm still gonna do these two together. So these I didn't find a signature. It don't really mean nothing, but as you can tell, it's the same thing. The 1950s. Those little balls was the thing. They were the thing. The rings in there, and there's screw-ons. We got those, and these are B Davids. I had more. Where the hell are they? I open this screw back. They work perfect. They're clean. Yeah, these are signed B David. And you can see the difference on these and how they're made, how smooth the rhodium is. This one really doesn't apply because of the way it's the dangle. I don't know who made these, but again, these are like 1950s. So we got 2 pairs of the B David screwbacks. I'll do the 2 for 15. And I know you guys had a little baggie, didn't you? Maybe you did. Well, you do now. Oh. So the 2 pairs rhinestone screwbacks 15. Oh, no, not ready. This one, I don't know if I have an audience for this piece or not, but I'm pulling it out. This is antique. This is Etruscan. Just glass. Just glass. Yeah, they hand did these. They just did they just stamped breasts. And they did this, what they did was they did like the soldering work down in here to put these in. It's almost it's a book chain. You see that, how that's made? And see that detail on the bottom here and how you've just got that one hold it right in. There's just glass. But these are like, I'm going to say, maybe more Art Nouveau than Etruscan. Those periods are so close together, and they all between 1880 and 1920. There's like 6 things going on at one time. So yeah, this is antique. I'm only asking 30 on this one. That's a good buy. I mean, it just depends. You know, I had several of these. Had one buyer bought most of them, and for some reason I didn't have this one listed, and I forgot to put it up. But she bought all the ones that were brass, like this one. I got one other one that's a big brooch. That's from the same. That's also antique. So yeah. So yeah, I'll do 30 on the just put antique brooch greenstone or a timestamp, because I have another one. I might as well get to it. If I have someone that's looking for stuff that old. Okay, I have another one. There's another one. Now this one, I had to have the pen replaced. See how the pen is a silver color. All right, and it's not as long as it used to be, but I had it repaired. You can see the solder work that was done when I had them put a new pin in there. But I was able, the C clasp is still fine, but I did have to have the actual pin itself replaced because it was just too wimpy. So I had this done. That does not come out in and out easy. So what I did was they added, maybe that's why it's not open and closing as easy as it should be. Do I have it open? Okay, it's open. That pin's not going in there because I had them do a locking. See, oh, yeah, okay. It looks like you're unlocking it to get it in, and like you're unlocking it to lock it, was the way that they were able to add a lock on it. See how it's soldered in? It's a different color. I had to have the clasp replaced because it's a wonderful piece. And I didn't want to lose it just because the clasp was bad, because you talk about fantastic on freaking strands. This is a monster. Back in the day, we'd wear our shirts buttoned up and a big brooch here, but with like strands, and this here or here or here, usually about here, they come through this and then flow out. A gorgeous piece. But full disclosure, the clasp has been replaced. It's not the original clasp. Yeah, this is antique. That's Art Nouveau. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. These are cast. What they do is they use sand and they would pour the metals. In this case, it's brass. It's not magnetic. And they would pour it into sand casts. And that's another reason. And it wouldn't hold together. The only reason they can do this with all this articulation, with all this reticulation, the reticulated, is this frame. So they would have to attach this to this frame. Same with your pen. So they would cast this, they'd have to attach it so it holds it together. It's just braided. So that's how they would constructed these, with so much open work, and keep it together. When they would do it in the old days, they would cast these. It needs a good cleaning. It does. It does. I don't over clean my stuff. So I hadn't cleaned this one in a minute. With something like this, I would just use a toothbrush, a soft, real soft toothbrush. Probably water is enough. I don't think you need no cleaner on it. So on this one, this is a good one. It's big. Big. I think it's 3 inches. Oh, my ears are ringing. You know what? I've been measuring. I've been losing a ½ inch on everything because this stupid thing starts at 0 down here. So I've been losing a ½ inch in all my measurements, y'all. It's 4 inches long by 2 inches wide. So it's 4 horizontal, 2 vertical. I'll do 30 on it. It's a good one. I don't know if that market is here. Used to sell most of that kind of stuff on eBay. This is a pretty, a gold filled torque, and this is the topaz. So it's a topaz. But that's gold plate or gold filled. Probably gold plate. It's not vintage. This is part of my gold quest when I started trying to buy more gold jewelry. It's got a little heart on the end to keep your stuff from coming off. That's cute. I don't see a thing on this, but it's gold plated. Yeah, it's gold plated. It's a torque. Oh, it went through my earring hole. Oh, I was trying to wear that that brutalist heart I got from Liz, but it just disappears into this shirt. Or some I just didn't, it hung too low on me. I just didn't, I don't know, I just never wore it. I'm just using the gold chains. Like I'm collecting a million gold chains. It just hooks on that little heart. It's a little heart. Why can't we see you? There you go. It's a little heart. Just hooks on the heart. So I don't know. That is topaz. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty stone. It's a pretty big stone. It's like a really pretty smoky topaz too. Pretty. I just do 5 on it because yeah, it's pretty much the stone and getting the gold torque. It's plated, so don't be throwing it in your jewelry box because yeah, that plating, they don't plate them like they used to. Like Monet is triple dipped, but the stuff these days, unless you get it, unless it's get a jeweler, it's something with good gold plating. I had to have this stupid ring. I've worn it probably a dozen times. I think it's really cool because it does my whole finger. But I just find I don't wear it. Look, yeah, it's brand new. You can tell it's new. Because again, it was that particular turquoise that I just love. I just love me some turquoise like that. Yep, pretty. Yeah, and this one, I bought this, I'm pretty sure, in a 6.5. Oh, why not just measure it, honey? Why not just measure it? Yep, 6.5 on the money. I don't mind keeping this one, but it was out. I thought, no, see, somebody wants it because I don't wear enough to do it justice. Because my other rings are still in the kitchen drawer from this morning, and I usually wear on this finger. And I stuck this one on. I'm just trying to see if I can get used to it. Because I put this one up for sale. No one showed an interest, and I was surprised for the price. That's all shungite and silver. It's a monster. So I'm like, let's see if I can wear it and they get used to it because it was just flopping. I could always have it sized too. This, I don't know what it is. It needs tightened, but there's, I don't know if it's worth it. It's not marked. I've seen somebody had some of these. I think they said they were Sarah Coventry. There ain't no mark on this. I need to rub it. I ain't rubbed it because I liked it and I was keeping it. That's old. That one I won't. That one's not for sale. I don't think any. Well, this one is. That's labradorite. That one, isn't that pretty? That's labradorite. Labradorite. You can see it flashing at you. So anyway, okay. The fingering. It's a size 6.5. I don't know what I paid for it. Have not a clue. Don't remember. It's 11.48 grams, and it's probably just says sterling, I'd imagine. It's got an initial T with a line or some kind of mark under it, and then 925. And then down here it says Philippines. Groovy. So whoever T is in the Philippines made this here ring. I think it's a good one. I don't know. 40? A hunk of chunk of turquoise is beautiful. It's, people are weird. I've had people like, oh, I don't want Thailand silver. I'm like, do you know Thailand's known for the quality of their silver? Thailand silver is actually very good. So if you don't want it, that's fine with me. Don't mind me at all. Oh, this is that old antique. It's that puffy heart, one of them. And a piece of abalone, but we're gonna. I need a box for this ring, or at least something to protect it. There we go. Protected. All right. Oh, such a pretty chain. This needs cleaned. I should have stuck my little tarnish rags in here because I had pulled these out of my drawer to put in the spare bedroom for sale on them. So it's a little bit tarnished, but this is vintage. It's a filigreed puffy heart. And it's got the like a diamond cut on it. So you get all this sparkle off of it. See right there. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right there. There you go. It's a puppy heart. Oh, I got a whole bunch of these things that are from the, when did they do the thing with the little pad of paper with the essential oil and you put it in your, I bought like a lot of those. I got like 10 of them. I'll find them. I'll let them go for like a couple bucks because they're not sterling or nothing. The one I put on a sterling chain that was real similar to this, and that's the one Ashley got. And I just changed the chain out for us. It'd be prettiness. It's got a weird like stylized X sign on it, and then it says, I can't read that. Man, no, it's 925 or sterling. I'm just looking for. Did I say 8, 9, or it says BS? No, it's 925 Italy, and it's got some other writing on the other side. I can't read it. This is a box chain. It's curved. Am I right? That's a curved chain. It's a pretty chain. It's sparkly, and that's sparkly. I did that one for 30. I'm on 30. That's my number today, right? 30. What's your 30? Hell, the chain's worth that. Oh, measurements. And I should put her on the neck, right? Let's show her off. Where's my salesmanship? I'm so used to selling online with photographs and written descriptions, but my hands got them and it hurts me to type. It tears me up. I'll be sore for days. I mean, literally puts me down. So yeah, that's a pretty one. Nice size heart too. Yeah, you're kind of big, sister. Come on over here. Let me turn this on while I measure this. Looks like 16. It might be 18, but it's probably 16. This time start at the 0 mil from the bail. From the bail. It's 18-inch chain. The heart is 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, we'll do 30 on this. That's a good deal for this. The vintage filigree puppy heart. Make sure you go timestamp, and also this. I love this chain. I almost stole it off of this because this is a fairly inexpensive pendant. I mean, yeah, that is sterling. It's Bali. You know, it's a whole I wouldn't call it is Asian, but it's that Bali thing. It's in India with the abalone. It is really pretty. I'm just saying with the resin back, it keeps it from, chipping or breaking. I love this chain. I would really almost took this chain off of here. So I thought, oh, that is such a pretty chain. I don't even know what it is. Something just fell out of here. It's a little bitty earring. It's got a pretty green stone in it. Looks gold. Looks like, yeah, it looks like gold. It fell out of here. Oh, here's the other one. All right, we'll investigate those in a minute. Make sure what they are. That's a good idea. Are you magnetic? Nope. Didn't think so. I think they're gold. Yep, let's do the twisty fingers thing. Get that little knot out. Yep, I think it just says 925. Yep, another Italy. This chain is just so sparkly. Isn't that a pretty chain? And it's light. It's just like real silky. I love this chain. I thought, I'm gonna steal this chain off this piece. But yeah, this is no, baby. He's out there cleaning up the yard. You can't go out. The pool guy called and said he's going to send his guy to pick up all the garbage and stuff. And they're going to come and do the final Marsite. They're going to come and do the final interior of the pool on the 22nd. Because I told them we'll be home. So they put us, you know, during that time frame for the holidays. This is pretty. You know, we'll just do it for the cost of the chain, 20 bucks. Pendant is a bonus. The chain by itself is worth 20, so we'll do 20. The pendant is like a bonus. This one looks like it's 18 to me. I would guesstimate this to be 18 inches. I'm gonna start at 0 from the bell. Not millimeters. Actually, it's 19 inches, which is an odd number, but okay, it's 19 inches. And the pendant is about 1.5, including the bail. It's got a decent sized bail too. Hello. It's got a decent sized bail. So yeah, I could put this on a torque. Probably not this torque, but like my other torque that's more round. That would fit in here. So yeah, we'll just do 20 on that because the chain's worth that. Chain's worth more than that. So you just bonus pendant. Oh. All right, we need to start a little. Oh, that's good. I got an empty box and put that in there. Okay. What's next? Oh yeah, let's look at these. Screw on backs. Can't read it. I have to test these because I think they're gold, but I can't be sure. But they do have the screw on backs. There's something written on the stem that I just can't make out. I have to have one of the girls look at them for me. Better eyes. I'll let the girls look at these because they got eyeballs. They can see still. Give me just a minute. I'm putting these in the to be researched area over here. There we go. You little bugger, you stuck to my hand. Oh, I don't know. This one's, I'm having second thought. It's your fault, Dawn. Dawn, you had to do that whole thing on coins. And I'm just, yeah, I'm going to keep this because I'm getting a coin necklace from Tanya at My Jewelry Addiction. So I'm keeping the coin because I have a coin necklace coming from her now. So I'll have a set. Sorry. This is, I think it's a sapphire. Let me double check. Of course, this tag don't tell me nothing. I can't remember. I think this is lab created sapphire with topaz. And that's the one thing I didn't get. I made sure I had my ring sizer. Wow, this was turning. I thought something was crawling. I was freaked out. That's the only thing I didn't find. I didn't find my stone and my chemicals. I probably put them away because of safety, because I burnt the hell on my leg one day with that solution. I'm sorry. I will make sure to get this Christmas and my cookie stuff off the table and find that set with the stone and the chemicals. What to do with it? This necklace was a surprise. Like, surprise. I mean, really a surprise. I had bought a couple of bracelets off this fella. No, cuff bracelet and then some Native American rings. And we got to be kind of buddy. We had a lot in common. Our kids kind of knew each other in a roundabout way. And then one of his daughters was going to school at USF with my nephew. So It was, we got to talking. So when he sent my stuff, he sent this for free. He said his daughter made it. I thought it just looked like shit. And I thought it was just junk. No, this is silver. All these are silver. Every bit of purple in here, all of it is amethyst. Every bead, every piece in here is silver. And these are all turquoise. I felt so bad. This big one here, this has got to be a 6 carats. Of the amethyst, but I don't know why. She took this piece and it looks like a closure piece, don't it? See that? It looks like a closure to some older piece, and that's sterling too. This whole thing, all of it is sterling, and all the pieces here are all amethyst. I felt so bad. I had this in a junk drawer a lot. I did. And I was going through it. I was going to list it. And I picked this up and I thought, well, now that I got a testing kit and I got that Presidium, let me test it. Because the Presidium was working. Just this last time when I went to use it and I went to calibrate it, it just won't calibrate. I did test it on like my amethyst geodes and stuff, and it did work, but I don't trust it when it won't do the calibration thing. I can't trust it. So I'm glad I tested this when I did. So I don't even know. I feel kind of bad. His daughter made it. I ain't never wore it. I ain't never wore it. That's been 4 years ago. 4 years ago. I mean, it's real pretty. She actually did an okay job. There's nothing in between each stone. She did put bead caps on her little amethyst. You know, she did put the beads here. This piece is a mystery. I almost took it off just for the silver weight. That little thing is a nug. I mean, it is a thick, heavy little nug. I don't know. Yeah, I've never worn it. Let me try to wear it. Let me see if I can wear it with something and see, just see how it looks. But to me, it just looks, I don't know, it looks crazy. And that don't look real. It don't look real. Tell me that does. It don't. It don't. It absolutely don't. I rubbed the shit out of it. It's sterling. And everyone, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I reckon I'll try to wear it. We'll see, huh? We'll see. I mean, he did give it to me. It was kind of really a sweet thing to do because I thought it was fake and he gave it to me, but turns out it's real deal, every piece of it. And she sat there and put it together. So let's put it on. And let's just see how this thing's gonna look. This piece, maybe she just wanted something with weight in the back, but that's hard to isolate that thing. I bet it probably weighs 3 grams by itself. Get to zero. Get to zero. It actually weighs on. Oh, the stone's laying there with it. It's at 5 grams. I'm telling you, it's like this hunk. It come off another piece. You could tell. I'm gonna put it this way and hope I can do this. I should have a better chance. There's a whole bunch of different circles down here to hit. I'm just gonna dive blind and just hope I hit something to hook. Oh, I did. Did I do it backwards? Lord of mercy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just get the luck again to hit something that's gonna hook. There you go. Actually, that's not bad, is it? I don't know. I know there's things like with Native Americans about gold and turquoise, but I ain't never heard a thing about. Yeah, this is sterling. I hope it's marked. It's the one that I got because I was gonna make charm bracelets. I got all them charms on that one bracelet. So full. You ever seen a charm bracelet? It's just so full. You can't tell what the charms are. I mean, it's just full. Just full. And I bought it that way. I bought this one new just to make charm bracelets with. Today's gonna force me to clean off this table and find that testing stone and them chemicals. I know this is sterling, but I need it to be marked. I need you to be marked. What we got here? Ooh, this is cool. I know they still make these, but this is old. I've had these forever. I bought this like a really long time ago. I bought this and wore it. I think I got this in the 80s. You still see these. I ain't gonna test it. It could be that old Indian, like they call it silver, but it's like an alloy. Because it's old. It still actually rings. Yes, I actually took belly dancing. So I actually had a few things. I had like the belt and I had this because it's a choker. So when you dance, you jingle. You have the cuffs and the belt and then the choker. It's actually good for you to roll the hips out. I can't do it now with my back. Now you also, these have two hooks. The clothing, a lot of those, I forget what they call the pants. They're like the ballooning out pants. They have these little hoops. They're like this. You can't really see them if you're just looking, but if you feel, you'll find them. These are made so you can hook these in the front of your breeches, in front of your it's a, I forget the name of the pants, the one billowy, real sheer fabric, but this would hook. So this would hook to the front. You could hook this to a belt. You could hook this to your purse. You could actually hook it if you're small enough. Yeah, you could just on your belt loops. Or just wear it as a choker. I've worn it as both. I've worn it as a choker and I've worn it hooked to the pants. Belly dancer. Belly dancer. It's actually a pants necklace. I forget there's a name for them and I've forgotten. I have slept since then. But yeah, I took belly dancing classes back in the 80s, late 70s. I was in my high teens, early 20s, so late 70s, early 80s. Yes, I did. I was pretty good at it too. I can move them hips. This is so neat. It's really cool. It's really well made. So yeah, belly dancer jewelry. I don't know. I'll do 15 on it. Yeah, that brings back good memories. I have a bigger bag for these. Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that till I saw these. It was so much fun. So much fun because you're barefoot and the music, and they always had incense, and it was just always really fun. Oh, this is sweet. I have a whole bag of rings. We're gonna do rings. I think this is the one that is so old. I still see the artist has his. It's like a scratch of a signature in here, but it says sterling. Yeah, you can't see. No, you can't see no signature in this one. You can see the cartouche, the area where it was at, and some slight indentation, letting you know something was there. This is I think it's a pretty big one. Anyway, it's Native American, obviously, with the turquoise, and I'm gonna say that's coral. It's a bit dark for red jade. I'm thinking that's coral. See the tooth, see how those tooths are, that setting? That's real telltale of what they call like old palm, typically Navajo. Okay. It's a little over an 8. It's not, it's like maybe 8 1/4. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It'll go on this like an 8. This finger is an 8. So yeah, such an 8. Ah. Yeah. So it says 8 1/4. This an 8 is comfortable. 8 1/4 is a little tight. It's my right hand because of all the inflammation, because all my nerve damage is primarily the right side of my body. I had insult into injury because I already had the nerve damage just from my degenerative disc issues. And then I got lightning struck right next to me. I mean, it was like for me, that chair. And I was sitting in a chair that had canvas arms that was wrapped in this rubber stuff. And then it had that canvas strap because it was a tall chair. It sets up like that high. And I was sitting there in the window and I was talking. I was watching the storm. I was making a video on my, it's on my YouTube channel, on my one that was just my name. It's still there, but they're private. I don't people need watching me almost get hit by lightning. But you can see it when you slow it down. My friend did it frame by frame, and this pink and purple and red, this color, you can see it like just go through me. So I went to the doctor. He looked at the video. He's like, "Were you touching anything?" I'm like, "No." I told him about the chair. He goes, "I didn't think so. You wouldn't be here if you were." I mean, it was bad. So it gave me some hearing loss and more nerve damage on this side of my face. I actually had like a sunburn on my right side. I can laugh now. All right, so this little Native American turquoise and red coral ring. It just says sterling. You can see the cartouche where it was signed. This one's been awarded death. It's 2.3 grams. Let's just do 10 on him. He's sweet though. That's a sweet ring. It's pretty. You can tell it's old pawn by the setting. It's a good deal for the ring. $10 is good for that ring. People collect that old pawn stuff, and you can look just by the setting and know what it is. Oh Lord. This is one of those Avon presidential some nonsense watch. I think it's still working. Oh, because I think it winds. Let me see here. Anything that winds, don't overwind it. You know, wind it about 7-8 times and stop. Don't wind it till it's tight. Yep, she's just a ticking. I'm gonna pull this out and set the time so we can see. Not that I know what time it is. Where's them Heidi does watches? I didn't set the time on them. I pulled the pins. It's 1:10. So I'm gonna put it at 1:11. Because that'll be about right time I get it done. So it's a, oh, I forgot about the little hand. All right, so I stuck it there. See them both together. We're gonna see if it works. That's set, Miss President Avon. We'll talk about it and I'll set it down. By the time I'm done, maybe that's them hands will show us it is working. It's ticking. President's Club, and it's got like a floral cartouche, just like leaves and flowers. And then it says 1981. And that's it, Presidential Club, 1981. And it's got a picture of a colonial lady. And she's in like what I'd call 1980s, coming with the long dress. She's carrying the parasol folded with it like on the ground. So the parasol's not up, the parasol's down. She's holding a pocketbook. It's an arm purse. It's not a shoulder purse. She's wearing, you know, like a long tulle skirt, scarf, and one of them hats. Looks like she's got a veil on. She looks scary as hell. You look close up in her face. Have we moved? Watch. Have we moved? Yes, we have. We have moved a minute. The front says Avon. Says Avon 17 jewels, which don't mean you ain't gonna be direct dead on time, but you won't be too late. They keep pretty good time with 17 jewels. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty good actually for an Avon watch. Having 17 jewels ain't bad. So yeah, you can see it's moved a minute. It's working. Okay, Avon watch. I have no idea. I have no earthly clue about this watch. None. Oh, let's get a length on it. Oh, you know what's cool? I did notice when I was trying to read it. It's set so when you pick it up, you're right side up to read the time. Let me double check that I'm not insane thinking that. Yeah, the Avon is right side up now. So if it's on and I pick it up and I'm looking at it this way. Oh, I lied. It's upside down. I guess you pick it up and go like this. I don't know. All right, it's moved again. I'm gonna pull this back out so it quits to run. It don't matter because it's wind. I'll let it keep running. All right. This is Avon, so it's probably just, you know, sometimes they go play this stuff, sometimes she didn't. I say she, who the hell knows? I don't see nothing on the clasp. Nope. Looks pretty long. I'm gonna say probably 22 inches. Okay, just from the bail. 29 inches. 29 inches. And then the watch itself, including the little, this will include the bail, the little flourish top there. So the measurement from the chain down, basically. Don't fall in my lap. It is 1 3/4 inch. And the watch itself is 1 inch round. I don't know, 15. Avon President's Day watch. That's probably a good price. I don't know. Again, I've not ran comps on nothing. I ain't got time for that. Ooh, I love this ring. I have to see. Shoot. So I thought, well, maybe it fits now. No, it's even big on my thumb ring. Damn. That's a honker. Not fantastic. Look at that. Yeah, it's mid-century modern, which is my bone of contention. I just love. It's fantastic. Fantastic. It's a chunker. And I thought, oh, maybe it's you know, I thought maybe it might be, you know, Nordic or whatever. It's got the craziest mark. It's got this big stylized, I mean, like the whole inside is like a big S. I don't know why else that would be there. And then it's either an exclamation point or an I. Let me find it so I can point at you. Do y'all see that? Yeah. See that I? It's either an I, and see how there's a big stylized S in there. So it's just this I, and I can't find it. I did find some not Sweden, like Dane craft. You know, I did find a couple Danish artists with the I, but I couldn't really pin it down. But the style looks like it does. The style of it, it's definitely mid-century modern. So it's either an I or an exclamation point. But it's nice, isn't it? It is. I love that. And it's big. Well, for me. Okay, for me. It's 9 3/4. I'm gonna turn it because it can go to a 10. Yeah, it hits down. Where am I? It hits down to the 10. With these rings, you know how that is. You turn a different way, it's gonna be a little shy because it's how you wear it. So 9 3/4 to 10. It's a honker. Yes, 15.46 grams. I gotta ask 30 on this, and that's a good deal because that maybe Dawn will know. I should send her, if it don't sell today, I'll send her a picture and ask her if she knows who this is, because she knows she loves this type of jewelry, and she usually knows all the artists, so maybe she'll know who it is. I should have done that first, but I kind of forgot about it until I started going through the box. Oh, it's another garnet sterling. This is just like my no, that's not true. It's kind of like my amber one, but not. Yeah, this is sterling. It's got one of them push down and pull out. Oh, I wasn't showing you. I forget, I'm so low. It's one of those push down and pull out clasps. I think this was just marked 925. I thought maybe it was a Ross Simmons, but I didn't see the RS. Mm-mm. Mm. It says something, and then the 925, and then something else. Italy. It's got some, oh, sterling 925, then Italy. It's a nice one. Another garnet one. Yeah, I'm really seriously thinking about keeping that one I listed yesterday. I might renege on that one because that was the one that he took the section of, and that's why it's small. That's why it fits me. I remembered it when I was talking about, like, he took the piece out and it fit me, and I put it on thinking, yeah, dummy, you had that one size for yourself. But I'd already talked about it, so I let it go. But I am officially withdrawing the vintage sterling garnet bracelet from yesterday because, yeah, I had that one size for me. He kept the piece. I didn't think about it till later. He kept the piece of amber and he kept my piece of garnet, but it's okay. Sergio can have it. He puts up with me, so it's okay. This one is for sale, definitely, because it's too big. I didn't take this one besides because you can't do it without really messing it up. So this is a good size one. This is just at right under 8. It's like 7 3/4 on this one. That's including the class. So yeah, this is a 7.5. And it's sterling. It is definitely garnet. Definitely garnet. They're all prong set. It's pretty. It's all set in sterling. All the backs are wide open. Easy to keep clean. I always forget to turn it on first. Is 26.08 grams. It's a chunker. I do 40 on this one. This is really nice. That's a lot of garnet, a lot of silver, good weight. It's got fantastic class. Works like perfect. If I could see. If I could see, it would. If I could see, if I could see, if I could just see. There you go. Just slides in, and it's got your lock, a clip, and then this side clip. So it's a good one. So yeah, I'll do that one for 40. That's a nice bracelet, really nice bracelet. I had a little tarnish cloth. Where'd you go? These little tarnish squares. I bought a pack of them and I found some. I thought, maybe get that back in the bag, and it lofted away somewhere. I don't see it. Pull out the silver, maybe put it in my tarnish free case until it sells, because some of it's tarnishing sitting in that room since I pulled it out. Okay. Well, that's not what this is. Opalite white Austrian crystals bracelet. Oh, it is. This is stainless steel. That's why I wrote it down, so I'd save myself testing it. It's opalite. It's white Austrian crystals bracelet. It's made of stainless steel. So Austrian crystals, stainless steel. This one still got the tag on it. I think I bought this as a gift and never used it. This is one of those just in case somebody shows up and has a girlfriend type of thing. Just says made in China. Stainless steel, crystals. It's pretty, it's custom. It's not real. No one's gonna know it because stainless steel. Remember back in the early 2000s, stainless steel was like real popular, and they were selling stainless steel for what you sell silver for. They still do with some pieces, depending on the artist and the style. I can't close it because the doggone tag's on there. I'm pretty sure it's small. I bought it because I was thinking it was going to end up being a young lady that got it. Ooh. Let's go to inches and not millimeters. That would help. Yeah, it's a 6.5. So for this one, let's just do 5 because it's stainless steel, but it's brand new. It's stainless steel. I'll leave this bag so you'll know. Oh yeah, it's Austrian crystals, but it's stainless. It's pretty. No one would know it. So yeah, just 5 on the Austrian crystal bracelet. Well, this is pretty. Oh, anybody got any youngins or grand youngins that like Barbie? I've just kept this. I just kept it. But it's stupid to just keep things forever, ain't it? There ain't no sense in keeping it. This thing don't want to move on this chain, and I don't understand. Why ain't you moving? I think the loop has a little space in it and it don't want to move. Why? It says Barbie. It's a Barbie. It's a little Barbie necklace. That little heart just says Barbie. Oh my goodness, we were Barbie fanatics. I can't see a thing. Let me try the other side. It says, but for some reason, though, look, it won't move down the chain. I swear it looks like it's hooked onto the chain right there, but I know it wasn't that way. It was down here in the middle. It has been stored a long time. And Sophie was 21 when she passed. So yeah, it's been sitting a minute, ain't it? And it's made for a youngin, can put it on easy because it's got the ball on the end. So all they gotta do is hit anywhere, just hit anywhere and it'll catch. Let me fix that one up. I gotta fix it. I gotta take that loop and that serum, not me. Again, I need one of the girls' eyeballs to help with that, but it's just opening that jump ring and reclosing it so it can move freely on that chain. So, oh, let me put it back in here because it's so delicate. I don't want it to get tangled or messed up. I swear it looks gold plate too, but I ain't rubbed that little thing. This is the coolest pin. I never could figure out who made it. I thought it was the neatest doggone pin I ever saw. Because I always loved that children's book Where the Wild Things Are. That's just a classic. And the illustrations. This is one of those big, beautiful books that the kids have, you know, that you love as much as they do. Look, look. Isn't he fantastic? Isn't that great? He's fantastic. He's so precious. He's so cool. He's so cool. And there's a rhinestone. There's one here. I don't think they put one on the other side, just on the end. Yeah, they just put the two on the end with like the little beads. There's two rhinestones on the end. And then of course, all over his little face and his eyeballs. Looks like one's missing. Oh, they're gone. The rhinestones are gone out of his eyes. I'm gonna send this to Patsy Crafty and in her craft lot and let her fix him because he's so cute. She's got a granddaughter too, so maybe she could use that for her. That's so cute. I told you I was gonna bring the Monet set. That's too late. That can't be it. Oh, I know I put it in a box. Lordy, lordy, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? This is heavy. This is, yep. All righty then. This is Monet. And it's not that it's too heavy, and I know I've been wanting gold, but it's long, and I can't double it without unclasping it, and with my fingers, that's an issue. So these earrings just love everything, don't they? They do. They just love everything. These are the ones I was talking about yesterday that Ruth's grandmother made. Look at that beautiful turquoise that she used, and she picked them out, the pieces for these earrings. Pretty. This actually is not bad, is it? No, it's not. That's Monet. I'll tell you what type. This is old Monet. This is the triple Vip Monet. Yeah, Monet with the all block print with the copyright. Now this has some superficial crafts scratching. Do y'all see that? It says scratches. I ain't never buffed it out because when you wear it, you don't see it, but look how good that mirror works. I have the earrings. No, I found the earrings afterwards. This is a set I put together. I found the earrings. I went on a search for them. And after about 3 months, I found them on Etsy. more for the earrings than I did for the necklace. Kid you not. So they're not Monet, I don't believe. They might be. They should be, because they look. I don't actually know. They are. They got the tension control. I had to push them slowly closed. But look at that. It has to. Don't grab. Look, they took it right out the middle. So yeah, I know already that they're Monet, that this is the pair. I bought another pair from that girl too. I bought 2 pairs. These have to be Monet because they look like they snatched this right out of the center of that piece, don't it? There's a copyright obviously on the closure because it's the, see, it won't snap. It's that tension control closure. These aren't marked. So whoever had these, yep, that's got a little copyright on it. Yep, this is a set. A lot of sets, they won't mark the earrings, just the necklace is real. Oh, there it is. It is marked. And it's marked Monet. Just the Monet. There's no copyright, but it's got this copyright way down here. But I think that's on the clasp design, because that they had a copyright on this. I forget what they call it. This type of closure that don't snap on you. It's, yeah, it's controlled. So it's got a tension clasp, which is really good. It doesn't just smack on your ears. So this is a great set. Great set. This is gorgeous. This tells me is 70s. That clasp, 1970s. There. Like they snatched it right out of there. I cannot believe that I found this piece alone and then actually went out in about 2.5, 3 months. I found the earrings on Etsy by themselves. I told her I have the necklace. Just no way. I'm like, I do. I have the necklace. Maybe that's why she charged me so much. I paid $30 for these earrings because I just had to have them because look, they complete my set. That's our desire in life, is to complete our sets, don't you know? That's fantastic. To get the set is so exciting, so exciting. So I'm asking 75 for the set. It's worth every penny. Get more out of it if you want to let it go, but this is a set to keep. This is a set to keep. They're fantastic, just fantastic. Oh, I didn't measure the length or nothing. I'm so excited about the necklace. It don't even matter. It don't matter. You can put it on a different chain if you want to, but I just always kept them together. I never wanted to get confused and get the wrong chain with it. I wanted to keep it original, like it come. All right, so we are at 26 inches on the chain, and the sun pendant itself is 2 inches round, and the earrings are 1 inch around. Isn't that fantastic that I found these? And triple, oh, that's the back of the sun. Oops. But that texture, it's Monet all day long. I think it's marked there too, ain't it, on the bottom? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. I'm so happy to find these. There's some light scratching in the face of that sun, but you can buff them out. I just ain't buffing it. Ain't nobody see it. And I really, no, it ain't worth my hands going to sleep worrying about some superficial scratching. So this is a good one, y'all. This is a really, yeah, I was so happy to find those earrings. It was like one of those moments. I gotta pause because that man's about to come to my door. My dog is gonna throw a fit. So it's gonna happen. Whew, now I'm winded. He was letting me know he's done. So while I was out there, I had to drag that water hose across the yard because it's been so dry here. We had no rain in over a month. And so I dragged that water hose out there, water my beds because everything's drying up on me. I've worked too hard on them flower beds to let them die. All right. We have some Native American and what are probably some gold-filled hoops. I guess if my memory's any good. Oh, these are springy. I wish I could do ASMR video. Wow, they're springy. That's crazy. Oh, they go right in. Real nice. They got a little hole instead of the V. Went right in. Does it come right out? Yeah. Oh, it's got a hook. All right. So that's why it's springy, because it comes up and puts pressure on that hook. Well, ain't that clever? They're not magnetic. I think they go filled. I usually do buy plated or filled when I used to buy gold hoops. I never bought real ones because I lose stuff. Hence the wedding band being gone. But that really was just stupidity, because I heard it fall the first time out in the parking lot, and I picked it up and put it back on my finger. Lost it. I told my husband, I don't want another one. It ain't the same. It ain't what I got married with. Married 30 years. I've known him for almost 40. I was married when I first met him. We met some mutual friends and used to hang out and go to the same parties. And yeah, he's known me a long time. I don't know. They're not marked. They're not magnetic. I don't know. I got them all hooked together. Hey, sugar, did you find your way back in? I know. You were so good. You didn't run off on me. I let him come out with me because I went out the front to drag the hose, and he stayed in front yard. He's an old man with me. When he gets out, if he leaves the backyard, he'll just come around and he'll lay on the front porch. I don't know, ladies. I don't know. I'm gonna guess the gold plated gold filled because I'm not magnetic at a bit. And I typically don't just buy you know, I never bought like Claire's or that stuff. My daughter did. She bought some stuff. Honey, no, relax. Don't imagine things to be barking at now. These are solid, whatever they are. It's so hard to see markings on these because most of the time they're on the little bitty pin. Just gonna call them gold tone hoops because I got no evidence of them being anything else. But these are solid. I mean, really solid and heavy. And that part's gold too. Honey, we were just out there. He's gone. Lord have mercy. I don't know. I guess I should rub them, but I know they're not 14 karat. They'd be marked, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they be marked if they're 14 karat? I don't know. All right, so you got this pair, which has a mystery. Could just be gold tone. I don't know. There's no, what's this called? They're gold tone earrings. But look at them. The only thing that tells me that I don't think they're gold, they don't have that supportive loop. When you see they have that loop that goes this way, those are better hoops. Another pair of little gold hoops. But yeah, I don't never buy that. This looks like it should be more. I think these are another pair of them sterling, the gold over, because of the earring pin type. And it's, yeah, the thing about these too is that the pin itself that goes to the ear, it's also gold, which is not like these are. Now these, that part's silver. So these are definitely just plated or something. The other ones with the texture, they're most likely gold filled because they look older. They definitely are older. You can tell by the design. Y'all had that flat stem. You should have had a mark. Let's just do the 3 gold tone sets of earrings. Let's just do the we'll do, she's gonna kill me. You should have checked them, I guess. I'll check them, plus she might want them because she does like gold hoops. So I'm thinking of you, girl. I know you watch these. So okay, Ashley, you got to help me look at them other pieces. Oh, I can't see and I can't handle fix that little jump ring. But you know, I got my little tool set. So I got the tools and the supplies. I just don't have the hands for it no more. So come by when you can on your way to work or something. Give yourself some time, right? Because I need help with these. Oh, they're going to be played with box because I'd rather check theirs. What's that? Kristen says, I don't want to undersell. Yeah, Kristen D. That's a good channel. She does unboxings and she does, I got my purse from her, an Amy Kesterling, and I got a really good price on that purse. It's got a pocket for everything. I can keep all my stuff organized. It's a bit big. I mean, it's big, but it's wonderful. And I got such a good price from her. I sent her one of my vintage vases because she bought these mirrors. I have to watch one of her videos where she does the estate sale and takes us in that beautiful millionaire's house. And she was showing these mirrors and she sent me pictures of her mirrors. Oh my God. So I don't use that beautiful. It's like one of them Polonese vases. I don't use it. And I thought, wouldn't that be pretty? I told her you got to buy a house to match that mirror that you bought. It's beautiful. This is green turquoise. Let's see if it's signed. Man, I already know this certainly when I first got this group of rings, because this was not a personal ring. It says sterling. It's got some kind of symbol. I couldn't tell you what that symbol is, but it's some kind of stamp. It's a symbol. Don't know. And then it's just sterling. It's got good weight. It's got a nice setting. It's a really pretty green turquoise. That's just the color. That's not scratched or nothing. That's how turquoise is. It's gonna have that. And no, there's no markers or nothing. That's just the design. There's the back. And I'm like, right in your face. Let's measure the green turquoise ring. Let's weigh it. 3.65 grams. We'll do 10 on the green turquoise ring because it's lovely. I even labeled the bag. I used to do like my own SKU numbers to keep track of my items. So I would number them, and that's how I stored things with my Miracle, like the J for jewelry. Because I used to sell household items too at once upon a time until I couldn't do the shipping no more because of pulling the tape on the boxes. Nope. Nope. So 10 on the green turquoise ring. Oh, let's find out what size it is for you guys. Such a bad salesperson today. My mind is going 30 different directions. This is 6.5. Why didn't I keep this? Because my other rings eat it. My other rings like daunt it. I like big rings. Okay, it says 6.5. I do 10 on that one. Let's we'll go. I got a pile of rings. We said we are going to do rings today. Let's do these rings. And I know I can find out what they are too, because I didn't label this, and let's just be sterling. It must not have anything else in there. Oh, it does. Oh, it's because it's turquoise and yeah. This one is a blue turquoise. It's got the rope with a really pretty beaded. Oh yeah, this is like a Texaco because you can tell it has the beadwork and then the scalloped design on that band, and it's got the split band. It's also scallop work. So this is bench work. Okay. Oh yeah, it's signed on the back. It says in a circle behind here. That's where it's marked. So the older rings are marked that way on the back of the actual front of the ring and not just on the band. It says sterling, and then there's a symbol, and then it looks like it's like a JP, but it's stylized. In other words, like here's the here's the J, and then the P is built off of the stem of the J. So it is signed. So it's artist sign. This is an old one. You can tell from the mark and the signature. See if y'all can see that or not. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a pretty little, see the bead, how the bead work is done. And then the flourish. And this band, and you've also got that scout. This is bench work, where someone did this by hand. This was hand done. So yeah, that looks Navajo to me. Looks like Navajo to me. Yeah, there's always telltale signs. I was thinking tax code because of the beads, right? But then I'm looking at this curvy design and that split band and how that work is there. And then the turquoise itself. And it's not the same tooth. It's not the same exact tooth, but you can see that tooth. See the setting, the tooth. That's going to be predominantly on your old pawn, like your Native American stuff. So first I did think Mexico with the bead, because that's kind of an Aztec thing with those round bead dots. But the rest, no, it's Native American. 2.69, we'll do 10 on that one too. And it also looks small. Yep, it's another 6.5. Imagine that. Can you imagine that it fits me? Yeah, I used to love to go to pawn shops and buy these because a lot of people pawn their rings and they don't realize that they're old pawn, they're old Navajo jewelry. I snag them up. And I find some too in the lots, in the big lots I buy. I mostly find Mexico stuff in those lots of rings. This is a nice one. This is really nice. This is heavy. This is really nice. So we got 10 on the green rhinestone. This is blue Navajo rhinestone, or use a timestamp so we can discern between these rings that are similar. I think there's only 2 that are that particular style though. This is really pretty. Look at the quality of that. I almost said nephrite. What is wrong with me? Oh my God, it's a lot. I can't even think. What is wrong with me? I'm really having a day. I've had just a rough morning. God, I wish y'all could yell at me through the screen because everybody's yelling the name of this stone because it's so common. I'm tempted to pause and look. Malachite. It's really nicely done. It's the square front. It's a modern, it's mid-century modern. Really nice malachite too. See how they lined up their bands when they cut that stone and how they put those 2 pieces? So it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's like you buy a good dress and the patterns match up at the seams. You buy a cheap dress and the flowers are cut in half. That's a nice one. It's heavy. This one is a 9.5. Yep, 9.5. It's a honker. We'll just get the scale back on. I guess by it going off saves me batteries, because that's why these are all dead, because I leave the batteries on, or the lights on accidentally. This one is worn so smooth inside. Oh, there it is. It's got stuff to say. It's got like a, I don't know, it's like a diamond shape with a tail stamp, and then it's got the 925. And then another type of stamp I can't read. I think it's I don't know, it almost looks like, I don't know, that's a hatchet, an arrow, or no, it's not an arrow. Oh, it's initials and then a dash and a number. That must be Texco. Okay. It's got initials, a dash, and a number. That's how Texco will be. It'll be typically letters and then some numbers, 2 or 3 numbers. This looks like 2 numbers, maybe something 5. It's old, so it's really worn. So it looks like, oh, there's some more marks over here. No, that's just weird. I can't make out their initials. Something P with a dash, and it's either 6505 or maybe oh, I don't know. It is tax code because of that mark, and it's nice and heavy. It went out. It went off already. I know. I am grateful. Or if this has a USB cord. This one's 8.64 grams. This is so nice. This is a tax code. Doesn't say Mexico. Doesn't have the circle in Cinco, Mexico, but it's got the. But it's got a stamp. So if it ain't Taxco, it's at very least Mexico. And the stone tells you it's Mexico too. And the design, mid-century. What they did was they used to have the peoples making jewelry, and they sold them rose that was to the tourist industry. So from the 50s into the 70s, it was a big thing all out in the west near the reservations, near the mines too. They would have the Native Americans make all this jewelry and sell it. Of course, they were paid shit, but luckily they're making good money for their art today. We have a Eustace necklace here with us today. So she's a Zuni artist. It's really up and coming. Yeah, it's really pretty, isn't it? He or she did a really nice job on this. It's beautiful. This is really well done. Extremely well done. It is signed. I like this one. I'm gonna do 25 on this. This work is worth it. It says malachite right on the bag. You just look at your own notes, woman. Yeah, I'll do 25 on this one. This work deserves a lot more. This ring's worth a lot more. Hell, I'll size it before I let it go for less than that. Oh, look. It's on those fireworks rings. They're making these new now. Yeah, I saw them when I was looking at them because I was thinking, I wonder what these are worth these days. No, they make these. Maybe it is new. I don't know. This is not old. I assumed it was vintage when I found it. It's not. It was so dirty. I cleaned it up because I wanted to wear this one because I thought it was fun, but it just smacked onto everything. Yeah, it's a 6.5. I liked it. I bought this one for me and I thought it was old, but no, they make these today. These are not new. These are like new. They're old as everything old is new again. I say that to y'all because it's true. They call it a fireworks ring. It looks so vintage, doesn't it? But it's not. It was so dirty. I thought it was old. I cleaned it. I actually cleaned it. I actually get out the liquid cleaner and it's toothbrush on this booger because I wanted to keep it to work. I ain't never wore it. I think a couple times I did. It is really pretty. It's a fun ring. That would look really good with rhinestones too. I just thought about that. Wouldn't that look good with rhinestones? Just wear this ring with your rhinestone jewelry. That would work. You got a rhinestone in it, it would still work. It just has that look. I'll do 20 on it. It's a 6.5. Yeah, we can weigh it. That's a chunk of silver. Should have weighed it for I priced it. 8.68 grams. I'll stick with 20. That's fine. 20 is good for this ring. That's about what they're going for. It's not vintage. It's not. I thought it was. It's not. Mine was just dirty. Get back on my finger. You ain't going nowhere. This is a newer one too that I bought and then just never wore. I'm such a sucker for turquoise. This stone tells me it's from the Arizona mine. So it's got them the gold matrixing in there. Yeah, that's the Arizona mine. And those are topaz. This is from one of them jewelry like TV things. And so it's, the whole deal. Sterling silver, so mine, Arizona, turquoise, topaz, platinum plated, sterling silver, the same old spiel. There's your setting. That's your typical little sweet little ring. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I never wore it because I have so much other turquoise and so many other rings. It's a 6.5 because I bought it for me. I know. When we say we have addiction to jewelry, we're not joking, y'all. When we say this, we don't say that to be funny or cute. We're dead ass serious. I'll do 20 on this one. That's a good sized piece of turquoise. It's got a good dome on it. It's a nice cabochon. It's a really nice cabochon. And you got pretty big. I'd say you probably got about 2 carats topaz in there easy. No doubt. It's well said. I mean, it's because it's fairly new. I'm going to say it's maybe 5 years old, something like that. No, I bought it before Sophie passed this. Probably, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. I don't know, something like that. 2.57 grams. So yeah, I'm gonna do 15 on it. It's pretty light. It's all stone. I'll do 15 on it. 15. So I took the price down. We'll do 15. So use a timestamp or the Arizona topaz turquoise ring. That's a 6.5. More rings. All right, this one was in a lot that I got. This is not one of my personal rings. This to me looks like someone made it to be monogrammed. I mean, you could wear it like that, clearly. It is almost an 8. Let's say 7 3/4. Almost an 8. Let's see. The wider bands like this, they do snug up more. Yeah, that's tight on my finger. This isn't, and this finger's an 8. And that really, yeah, I can't even get it on this, and this one's always swollen. Yeah, this is, let's call this one 7.5. Yeah, let's call this 7.5. It's not comfortable on 8, 7.5. Let's see if it tells me anything about where it came from. It looks fairly new. It's very shiny and smooth inside. I see a 925. I mean, it's really shiny and smooth. Looks like it could be the platinum plating stuff because it's extremely shiny. Of course, I did clean these because I took pictures of them. They're on my Facebook. That's pretty. It's got some nice detail work on there. Are those Celtic knots? They are knots, but they're not Celtic. Okay. I don't know anything about this ring. No, it wasn't a silver lot that I bought. It's nicely done. Like I see how smooth. It's fairly new. So that's 7.5 is the size on that one. Come on, baby. It's 3.94 grams. We'll just do 10 on the wide banded band ring. That would be nice to buy for someone, have monogrammed. That'd be a really nice gift, wouldn't it? I had the empty bag. I just took it out of. What to do? Eat it? All right, well, you're going to have to share space with this one because you're easy to tell apart. No, because then I'll never find it later. Here it is. Says monogram on the bag. I'm telling you, I try to help myself, but I just don't listen to myself. It says abalone. Heart abalone. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty. I know this is not a personal ring. This isn't a lot. It is right at a 7. That is really pretty. Let's see, it's hearts. Diamond shape, more hearts. That's really well done. Isn't that pretty? That was applied. So they designed that, and then they went back and applied it. So I'm thinking this is probably bench work. Sure looks, yeah, that was hand done. Look at that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm thinking this is probably Mexico by the design and the use of abalone. A lot of Mexican jewelry has the abalone. It's interesting. The back it's not open back, but they're punch outs that match the designs on the front, but yet they're closed. Do you see that? They're like, I thought these can't be open work. That's abalone, but they're punched with the heart, the diamond, and the other heart, but there is a silver back behind it. Oh, because it was built up. That's why. Okay. It's a built up ring. That's why when they made it. Okay, now it makes sense because abalone is delicate. It'll break on you when you're working with it. So far, I don't see a thing. Okay. Is a mark. I don't know if that is a heart or if those are stylized initials of a particular maker, because I think it says JC or R. It's got artist initials. I can't make them out. Come on, you know you say Mexico somewhere. You have to. You have to. 925. No, just the artist initials. And then the 925. That's it. I still say it's hand done in Mexico ring. Until look at it. Look at the design. Just a chunker here it hit. Because that was built. That's why it's open back there. At first I thought, why in the world would you be open on abalone? But it's because they had to build it. So they had to build this onto a piece of sterling and then apply it to the band that they made. Pretty cool. It's cool work. I like that. I like it. Ooh, it goes to a 7.5. Yep, it hits to a 7.5. Okay. See how it falls off the side of my finger? It's because my finger changes sizes all doggone it. That is so pretty. I really like this ring. I'm surprised I put it in here to sell because I'm really liking this ring. This don't sell. I'm gonna have this sized. I think I have it sized up because there's no mark back here that's gonna mess up. Yeah, I could take this up to an 8. I like that ring. That's a nice one. Really nice. Okay, I'll quit chattering and weigh it for y'all. So it's a 7.5. Oh yeah, it's 7.45 grams. That's a good one. This is really good. Really good. I'm gonna go 25 on this one. It's a really nice ring. Really nicely done. I like it. I do. That's worth having sized. Well, this has a claw. And I could sell it without disclosing it because you'd probably never find it. It's a big old tiger's eye. It's a big old tiger's eye. Beautiful. You can't see the flaw. I found it. Because when they do these, they grind them, right? And they grind it and then they polish it. Now, once you do that, there's no roll back. And you could regrind it to a smaller piece. But when I was examining it, I found what looked to me to be a crack under the polishing, under like the lacquer stuff that they use. I know I didn't imagine it or dream. It'd be nice if this thing, here it is. There it is. It could be a scratch. It might be a scratch, but it's a deep scratch if it is. It's a gorgeous ring. I bought it for myself. Was it too big or something? Yeah, it's too big. So I'm like, why didn't I keep this ring? Yeah, it's too big. I didn't want to have it sized. Because I wasn't sure. And I can feel it. I don't know if you'll ever see it. There, maybe you can right there. There's a scratch. It's right there. There's a scratch right there. Oh, there you can see it. It goes like that. And you can feel it. I don't think it's a crack as much as it's a scratch because nothing's loose. I didn't have, but I feel it. In other words, well, I'm hitting the lip here. It's hard to tell because it's so close to the lip, but yeah, there's a scratch on there, and it's right there, like right in here. There's a deep scratch. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get you to see it on the camera. Now we're up here. Isn't that I wanted this? Look at that tiger's eye. Look at the banding in that. It's so gorgeous. Maybe I should keep him and rescue him because then nobody might buy him because he's got that scratch. Of course, I can't even see it without the loop, but still it's there. And I have to tell you it's there. Okay, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Yes, I'm gonna put my finger on it so we can see it. So I'll know where it's at. Ugh. It's literally right there. Goes like right there. It's a scratch. See it? Well, that's just the lights. No, it's not showing. It's not showing. But no, you don't see it just looking at it like this under a loop. You see it. So it's got a deep scratch on it. But it's beautiful. It's a nice setting. It's a nice cabochon. Good dome. It's nice made. See how it's supported there? So this is built to stabilize this piece. It's really nice. But it's got that scratch. So 8.66 grams. So if this don't sell, I'll have it sized even with that scratch because I'm re-looking at it and feeling it. And I'm like, that's just in that polish. That's just in the resin type material they put over these to protect them. I think it's just a scratch, but you can't, I don't think you can polish or buff it out, but I'm not a jeweler. I don't know. Again, if it doesn't sell, I'll take it to Sergio, see is there something he can do about that or not. If not, then I'll probably just buy one of them store-bought ring sizers with it or something. Did we size this? I think it was like, yeah, it's big. Yeah, it's 9.5. Yep, it's a 9.5. I lost weight, gained weight. It should have fit this finger before, but then my right hand is swollen. So it's almost, that was a 9.5 for me for a while, but now it's things at 9.5 are just too loose. So that's why I just wear one of them store-bought ring sizers because it's liable to swell up again. So I don't know on this ring, because of the scratch. That's so gorgeous. But because of the scratch, I'll do 20 on it. Because you're gonna need to, decide. I don't know. I mean, I could take it to him and say, hey, is this just a scratch? Is this in the stone? I think it's just a scratch, but I don't know. How do I lose the bags? I got them all marked in bags. I don't want to put him. Okay, that bag don't say nothing, so I'll share bags in this particular case. What do we got here? This is an open work ring. This is one that was in a lot. I don't know anything about this ring. It's a 7. It probably just says sterling or 925 because it doesn't look very old or anything. Yeah, it's a 925. When I first got this bag of rings, I did rub them all just to be sure. They were all sterling. I have, oh, there was one, but it actually turned out that it was plated. So it was white gold plated. So I was like excited. I thought, oh, they put a white gold in there. No, they didn't. But okay. So yeah, it's a 7. This open work ring. It just says 925. The color of the silver, though, to me, and the feel of it, and the weight of it, considering the size, I'm thinking it's Thailand. It's not marked Thailand. I have no reason to say that other than experience in the color of the silver and the design. Yeah. Definitely looks Asian, looks Indonesian. I would guess. It's a guess, okay? It's a guess that it's Thailand. It's just 925, a filigree open work ring. It's 4.94 grams. We'll do 10 on the little open work ring. Open work filigree ring. So yeah, 10. It's fine on that. Ooh, this is a pretty one. My ears keep ringing and popping, so I didn't put my hearing aids in. This is tiny, but not tiny enough. I wear 4 on my pinky. I really like this. I just like the shape of it. I love the filigree work. I love the stone. I love everything about this ring. So yeah, look at that. That would look good too as a pinky ring. It's almost the same color as my old Kingsman. Kingman. I always say that wrong. Must be a 6. Ooh, it's small. Lord, it says it's 4.5. So it's just over 4, but when you turn it, it'll go down to 4.5. But I wear 4, so yeah, about a 4.5. It's really pretty. I know you like show it to a smell, looking at it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's nice turquoise, but I'd be lying if I'd said, oh, this is from this particular line. Yeah, I'm thinking it's Native American. Look at the setting, unless they just adopted that. That doesn't look quite right. No, I'm not going to say this is Native American at all. I think they're just stealing that sawtooth setting idea. But it's not glued or nothing. It is open back. So, but look how pretty that's a really nice, delicate filigree work there. Isn't that pretty? I like that. They should have done that with a type of gemstone. It was clear. It would have let so much light in. Would have been nice, huh? And there's your gallery. And the same on both sides. Whoop, whoop. It's really pretty. Very feminine. There ain't much room here to write nothing. It's all filigree. It's a tiny little bit of band on the back. Did y'all squeeze something in? Anyone take proud ownership of this? Just see the 925. It's needs a good cleaning in there. Yeah, I don't see nothing. So yeah. Yes, just over 4. Just to where it don't fit me. About a 4.5. Isn't that pretty? Look at the profile on that. Really nice. It's so comfortable too. It just really feels good on the finger. It's light. Oh, it's all that. Yeah, it's all filigree. Of course it's light. It's all stone. It's so feminine. It's so pretty. 4.45 grams. That is so lovely. I really do like that. I always get surprised when I look at my stuff and I think, why didn't I have that size? Why didn't I keep that? Probably because I got a drawer full, but I'm just loving that. That is so pretty. I'm gonna do 20 on that one. That is so pretty. So filigree, because that's true filigree. That's not open work. That's filigree work. That's pretty. So I'll say filigree turquoise. Yeah, we'll do 20 on that one. Oh, that's pretty. That's a nice big stone too. Okay, what else we got? That's the tiger's eye and oh, this is an old. Oh, yeah, I wore the hell out of this thing. I know the abalone is just yeah. You can see the shell is lost some of her luster right in the middle. She's still pretty. And look at the beadwork. You can tell she's Mexico. See how the beadwork is there? And you've got the round flat setting. That was built for the split band. But the beads, that beadwork stuff, that goes back to like the Aztecs. $95. I fully intend to see a Mexico in here. Oh, it's Nevada mine. It says 8 NV. Yes, from the Nevada mine. Oops. This has got to be one of my big finger sizes. Yep, it's at 8.5. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so since it's the abalone isn't the most gorgeous, but she's pretty. She's vintage and it's pretty abalone. It's smooth. Yes. You can feel the texture in the very center of the shell. If I end up keeping it, I'll put some clear nail polish over her or something just to keep her from wearing out anymore. I'll do 5 on her. She's a sweet ring, but poor thing, she's beat up. So 5 on the just old abalone timestamp, old abalone ring. Oh, this is a great one. I have so many rings. I feel all stupid when I walk in there and get a ring size. You must think I'm insane. Yeah. Santa Fe style is what they call these. All the different gemstones. Set. And a big old square front. So yes, this probably was designed as a men's ring, but you know, anybody can wear it. Yeah, it's a right at a 12. Say 11 3/4, almost a 12. I mean, it's just right there, but it's not quite. You can spin it and make it hit that 12. It's okay. Not 12. It's really nice. Yeah, it's a honker. Of course, it's closed back because that's all inlay. It's really heavy in the front. So it's got a nice amount of the gemstones inlaid in there. Really pretty. Really pretty. So yeah, you got mother of pearl, jade, coral, red jade, a little turquoise, a little malachite. You know, a little bit of everything. Boom. Yeah, this one's 13.7 grams. It's a beast. It's a cool ring. I'm not finding a thing on this ring. Not a single solitary thing. I did rub all these rings. I guess it's in that big old bag of rings I got. And I know they were all sterling. But I know unless I can test it in front of y'all, I wouldn't buy it neither because you don't know me from Adam. All right, we got another one needs rub. If you want to buy it, it is sterling. I mean, clearly it's sterling. Yeah, I can see where the once upon a time mark was at. Yeah, you can see right there where it used to be. You can see where it used to be. Well, somebody loved it. Somebody wore it to death. All right. Ooh, I'm getting glare back on this. I was hoping maybe for something else other than where that looked like it was a stamp on it. I got to test it. If y'all want to buy it, it's no mark on it. Before it goes out the door, I'll rub it. I already have rubbed these rings. But just to double, triple check, because I don't want to send nobody anything that ain't right. But yeah, it's obviously it's sterling silver. You can barely see where the mark used to be. You can tell it's been worn. Because these were at an auction. So these were all, a bunch of these that were Mexico were from the same person. And it was the women's and the men's. You can see right there where it used to have this, used to have the 925 right in here. Okay. That's a honker. I'll do, these are expensive. I know that. I already know that. I'll do 25 on it. I know. I know. I know. These are going for over 100 these days. But I'm not wearing it. I'm not gonna have it sized. Mostly doesn't wear rings because he works, you know, in engineering and around all these CNC when he has to go on the floor. Ooh, look how pretty some of those stones are. He has to sometimes go out there or with the guys in the shop, so he don't wear rings because yeah, he could get electrocuted. Yeah, so the Santa Fe style ring. Oof. Ooh. I have to go back and watch this. Whatever said, I'll stick to it. But boy, am I having second thoughts since I know it's an expensive ring. This is going to go in the, I need to rub it again, Mark, so. Because I know it's silver, but whatever. I wouldn't buy it neither unless I saw him test it. That one I might, probably would, because of the style. Okay. I went into my drawer. It's another BSK. I like their stuff. It's perfect. Not a bit of color loss. No, they're baby. Of course, they're faux pearls. They do have that slight like blush color in the big ones. It's not strong, so you can get away with the white beads, you're fine. But you can see it has a blush to the bigger pearls and then the little cream colored ones. I tried to fix it. You can tell I wore it on strands because it has a hump. I can't help it. You could get it straight, I'm sure. I tried because it just looks so great on strands. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm almost sure it's a BSK. Yep, it's a BSK. It's heavy. So yeah, you have to wear this on a coat or on strands. It's way too heavy for any light clothing. But it's perfect. And it's, look how nice it's done in the back. See behind all the pearls. How it's open and how that center is designed and how this is built. The riveting there and there. That's what you want to look for. It's real clean. It's not muddy. You can see all the articulation. You can see where the rivets are, how it's layering these together. How it's layering. It's actually dimensional. So you've actually got a section with these pearls on it set onto this. This is like the base with these, but you see how there's another level. See how there's a level. And that's why you'll see these rivets. They're levels. They used to actually, back in the 50s after the war, a lot of companies built their jewelry manufacturing companies over in Eastern Europe. And that was a cottage industry. People would go in and there'd be walls of all these different findings, meaning clasp or shapes or forms. Even Juliana pieces, that's how you can tell them is by the figure eight. A lot of these, the way they're soldered, there's always, they'll do like groups of 3 stones, and that's how they're built together. These pieces are pre-soldered, pre-done, and then they're carefully put together, and you look for that puddling telltale sign in the back of the Juliana pieces. The same is true with a lot of this. You can see how they were individual pieces and that they would be riveted together. Like this would be in a drawer, or hang, however they did it, this section, then this would be there, and then the clasp would be there. They'd take all the pieces home and they would construct them, put them together home, and take them back into the factory and did piecework. Do I know that's what BSK? No, I don't know that's what they did, but just that's how a lot of old jewelry was done. I don't think this is from that era, not at all. I think with this BSK, we're looking at 70s or 80s. Because of that atomic look, like the shooting star, everything was about space in the 60s and 70s, the space race, the space program, the 69, the 75, and there was all the atomic stuff. And yeah, so I'm saying 70s on this one. Really well done, really heavy too. I mean, it's heavy. So yeah, I'd only wear this on a coat or for strands. It's great. But even with the strands, it's so heavy. I typically would put it over the strands and let it catch my fabric a little bit on my shirt to make sure it didn't slide down the strands because it's heavy. Yeah, 52.16 grams. It's a monster. It's huge. This is a good one. This is a really good one. I don't know what these go for these days. I think they go for around 75. So I'll do 45 on this one. It's a good deal. Because these nice big ones, especially they're this clean and immaculate, that curve in the they don't mean anything. I mean, nothing. You can straighten it out easy enough, but no, it doesn't matter. It's perfect. Beautiful. So the BSK. So yeah, I'll do 45 on that one. We didn't finish the rings. Oh yeah. One of these I think had a loose stone. This one. I like this one anyway, and amethyst is good for healing. So I'm gonna take this to have it, those prongs tightened before that stone falls out, because it's a jiggling. It's a jiggling. Here's a little inlaid ring. I think it's inlaid chips, if I remember. Yeah, it says turquoise chips. Yeah. And this looks Mexico all day long. It's another one. I thought, oh, I get a pinky ring. No, you don't. Yeah, it's inlaid with the turquoise chips. Can really see the chips on this one, right? And the banded. Simple little band. This is, sorry, it's dirty, man. It needs clean. I mean, like I said, I hit them with just the polishing a cloth. I didn't buff the heck out of them or nothing. Just tried to wipe out the insides enough to see the marks. That was it. So no, this is not, yeah, it says sterling. And then beneath that, it's got like a stylized, I don't know if that's a, it's not a 2. It could go this way and be, anyway, it's signed, it's sterling, and it's got somebody stamp, maybe TU. Yeah, maybe TU. Yeah, it's hard to read, but it does have the artist's initials on it. It's stamped. It's little, probably a 4.5. It just doesn't fit my pinky ring finger. No, it's at a 5. Yep, it's at a 5. And no wonder it's too big on my pinky ring. So it's a 5. On this little one, it's actually pretty heavy considering the size of it. It's old, and so it's dense. Yeah, that little thing's 4.6 grams. That is so surprising. I'll just do 7 on it. The turquoise chip ring, I'll do 7 on it. It's old, that's for sure. I'd say Mexico for sure on that one. It's not Native American. I got a pillow because my chair is a little uncomfortable. If this didn't fit so up high, I'd keep it because it's aluminum. And I love aluminum jewelry because it's light. It doesn't hurt my neck. That was it for the range. I bet I've been going close to an hour, so I better stop after this necklace. I love this. Look at this. Hoops in hoops in hoops. Oops. So it's got this, and it's like a snake. It's just, look at that. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a big old ring. And it's, yeah, it's a fold over clasp, so it's vintage. It ain't got no signature or nothing on it, but it's great. I loved wearing this. Like, this would be like the anchoring piece for layering with all those different oval rings of the silver with the black stones. This would be like the anchor piece at the top that I would always wear, and then all the different strands. But it's just, I can't stand nothing up around my neck no more. It just drives me crazy. It sticks to me. I don't know if it's hormones or what, guys, but I sweat so bad. Even in the winter, which, yeah, it's like freaking over 70 out there today. So this has got to be 15 inches. So it fits my neck. Like, yeah, 15 has got to be, because it fits my neck just about perfect. Yep, 15 inches. I know I can eyeball things pretty good, but I've been doing this a long time, y'all. I've been collecting since I was actually a child, because I'd go with my mama to the thrift stores and yard sales and flea markets. This flea market used to be a big thing in Florida. We had them every weekend and on Wednesdays, and they used to have them on the weekends. On the weekdays, on Wednesdays at the drive-in movie theater out in that big old parking lot. Y'all from Tampa, remember? It was on East Hillsborough Avenue down there. Close to the sheriff's, what is it, the state troopers? Not too far from the farmer's market. Yeah, they used to have a flea market out there. So 15 inches. This is just costume, but it's really cool. That's a cool one. I wore the hell out of this. I ain't gonna lie. But it's in good shape. I took care of it because I loved it. I wish I could tolerate it to wear it. I'd still wear it, but I just don't. I've put it on so many times and took it back off. But yeah, it's a cool one. That one's neat. So the vintage coil, let's just call it coil aluminum, and aluminum's coming back. Aluminum jewelry is cool because it's lightweight, doesn't tarnish. It's, yeah, just curls. It just is great stuff. It's so great. I'll do 10 on it. It's a neat one. This is such a neat one. I love this piece. Too bad I don't wear it no more. Will you just lay it out? I can't imagine that. No, didn't think so. Didn't think so. Yes, I've had to give up on the tissue paper. I need to go buy some more. It's hard to find the acid free. I got to order it online. What's in this box? Oh, this is a mix of stuff. You know what? Let's throw some more stuff. Like this Egyptian revival beetle with the citrus. Let's throw that in the jewelry lot. Ooh, maybe I got that. Ooh, not that. Oh, this is the sweetest little Claudel ring. It's an old emerald. It's a raw emerald. It's old. Old as dirt, as they say. Yes, old. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, look, it's pulling up the emerald. The Presidium, I thought was just jade, maybe, or what's that other one that they use in Ireland all the time? But no, it come up as emerald on the Presidium. It's an old one, an old Claudel ring. Yeah, this is old. It probably says sterling instead of 925. I'm not seeing nothing. This is an old ring. I don't think they put in the raw emeralds in these anymore. Yeah, it does say 925. It's open. It's open. Yeah, at first I thought, oh yeah, that looks like the raw emerald. That's what I thought when I first saw it. And I thought, no, you're not gonna be so lucky. Yeah, tested as emerald. I wasn't surprised, but I was, because it was in one of them lots. There's no rhinestones in that crown. It's real simple, real simple. It's an old Clydesdale ring. They make these by the dozens, but this is an old one. You can just tell. Look at the hands. Look at the color of the silver. Look how smooth out it is. It ain't got no fancy crown. It ain't got no rim, nothing in it. And the stone. Most of them ain't got real stones in them no more. That one does. I knew it when I seen it. All right. I'll do 15 on it because, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I've had it forever. I thought it was the neatest thing. It's one of the first silver lots I invested in. And I saw it and I thought, no. And that wasn't until I got my Presidium that I could test it and say, is it an emerald? And it was. I didn't take it to the jeweler because I really didn't think it was. I wasn't going to waste his time. And I never took it. I didn't need it to put up for sales. I always had so much inventory. These are glass. I was so disappointed when I got my Presidium. I've held on to these two. I thought, oh, these are Topaz. Oh, these are Topaz. They're not. They're just glass, but these are antique. Look at these things. It's just glass. And, you know, a lot of the old Mexico stuff was glass. I know it is dirty. I never cleaned it except just wipe down and try to read at the back. They're screwback earrings. Yeah, they old. They're real old. I know they're Mexico. Let's see if I can make anything out on these. Oh, come on. I can't. Silver, not sterling, silver, silver Mexico. Yeah, these are old. These are very old. That's it. Silver Mexico. Oh, there's something on the earring back. Actually, it's not on this part. Where am I looking at? Am I looking at that? No, I'm just seeing it from. How odd. Yeah, just silver Mexico. That's all it says. Oh, it says that down here. There's more writing up here. Good gracious. I can't see it because of the stupid earring part. Okay, I can make out, I think, Mexico again. Silver Mexico. It says the same thing again. It says that twice. Once right behind where the earring part here on the piece itself, it says Silver Mexico. Then down here it says silver, not sterling, not 95, Silver Mexico. These are great. These are old. I wouldn't say they're antique. I'd say they're probably 1940s. They might be earlier. These could be earlier. These are great. They're big, and I really thought they'd be Topaz, but no. No, and I found out though in studying Mexican jewelry, so I kept having so much of it. As I knew a lot about the Navajo stuff, and I watch a lot of the Navajo channels. Go on YouTube. There's a lot of them. They will show them making jewelry. They'll tell their stories about their families. Same thing with the candle makers. They're amazing too. The way they hang their candles and make them. I love to watch the artists and videos and watch them make things. And then when you find them, you're like, oh, I saw them make how they made this piece, and it makes you understand the jewelry and the artists and their ideas behind making it. So these are so cool. I don't know what. Yeah, there's something on the sides here. Oh, there's stones. Oh, they're glass. There's two of them, or those silver pieces. What is that? I can't tell. It's silver pieces. Wow, that's so weird. Okay, so there's this like rope design that goes around, like on where am I at? Like on the outside, but inside right here, there's these squares, like silver. They're just silver like squares, and this is like a rope design with square and a rope. There you can see them. Isn't that interesting? I guess it's to secure the prongs. I was gonna have these converted because I thought they were so cool. I never did. I should, because they're really amazing, aren't they? Knowing what I know now, like, you thought that was Topaz. Girl, look, you can slap through it with no inclusions. It's glass. It's not, it don't even look facet cut, does it? So simple. Somebody made these. They're so simple, but yet amazing because it's so old. Why do we like older things? And I think we glamorize the old. Do you think about it? Oh, I want to live back then. But then you think about going to the bathroom or hygiene or menstrual cycle and stuff like that. And you're like, maybe not. Or dental work. I'll be missing. In January, y'all gonna see a lot of just hand videos when I get all this mess fixed. I'll be high as a kite and bloodied up and talking shit to y'all about jewelry. They are neat. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I should probably look into these more. I never did because I kept thinking, I don't care what they're worth. I like it. I won't have them. I'm gonna have them converted. I don't know. Vintage Mexico earrings. I'm gonna say 40, only because I know they're special. I know they are. And I think they're older than I think they are. I'm going to send a picture of Dr. Lori on these because I just don't know. And I just have this feeling about them that they're older than I think. And that she'll know what I need to clean them better so she can see the pieces. She probably has some shit to say how dirty they are. This is a Eustace piece. I just don't wear it. And it sticks to my skin. I'm really sticky. It sounds awful, but it's just the humidity here. It's so humid. It's so humid here. Even when it's dry, like it is now, you go outside, you're outside for 10 minutes, just walk around, you ain't really doing nothing, and you start sweating to death. You get sticky. It's a humid kind of heat. Girl, how did you get tangled just sitting in the bag? Huh? You want to answer for yourself? You know how these pieces are. You're scared them because I know I put her in there straight. So how is she tangled? I'm scared to pull too much or do anything because I could really end up with a bigger mess than I had to begin with. All right, let's find your dividing line and let's take a close, careful look. Y'all just give me a minute. I'll figure out where she went wrong here. Come through there, and I think that's all it is. I think that's it. I think that's all that's wrong. Explain to me how, just how. How? How'd you do that? And just sitting in there by yourself. Maybe she's mad because I'm letting her go. Maybe she's mad because I'm selling her. Lord have mercy. How in the world did this get so just, I won't say messed up. It ain't messed up. It's just got twisted because it's these layers. So maybe I should hang this one. Does she got a string? So when y'all get it, I'd say go ahead and hang it because she got like that just sitting in a bag by herself and she was closed. I'm so confused. Yeah, it's real pretty. It's a Zuni artist and she's up and coming. I forget her first name. Eustace. I forget her first name. I forget. I slept since then. Oh Lord, it don't have her first name. It's just got S. It's a weird first name too. It's like an older name. It's not like a name like a modern. It's not like Sarah or Sally or Sharon. No. Anyways, Eustace. 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 She's Zuni. So look under Eustace Zuni. You'll find her. Under E, you'll find her. You'll find her. Because she's doing real well. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And she does really pretty work. Isn't that lovely? Just really lovely. She does very pretty stuff. Look good. Look, what's over my ring? No wonder I bought it. Get away from that ring. I'm gonna keep you. Stop. So pretty. It is pretty on, but I find that the strands stick to me. Maybe it might not be too bad over a shirt, but I barely, I mean, I always wear such light clothing. I don't even, I was telling my husband, I don't own any, I think I have one coat. Everything else are just hoodies. I got a couple sweaters, but they're not heavy. They're lightweight and they're 3/4 length sleeves. I have no warm clothing at all. I layer when I'm up in Ohio. But yeah, that's all liquid silver in here. And these are all turquoise, and that's sterling and turquoise. It's just got a simple hook closure. But yeah, it's a Zuni. And she's a fairly modern artist. I'm going to say she started probably in the 90s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she started in the 90s. And yeah, her family, you'll find other Eustaces, but yeah, it's her, it's a she, it's her first name begins with an S. I can't remember. I don't know why it's just going out of my head. Okay, for the Zuni Eustace, I'll do 30. It's a good deal. You'll find her. You'll find her. I mean, she's doing well. She's up and coming. Actually, she's made it. She's actually made it, I do believe. I don't want to put you in a box. Oh, these. Oh my God. I forgot about these. We're still in your box because you won't get tangled, and she does, and we do not want her tangled again. So we're going to lay her out this way and put the rest of it under the cotton so she can't do that again. So if you get her, you won't have the problems I did. So we're doing 30 on the Eustace. Fine Zuni. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm going to stop because I'm not going to lie. I'm just in a lot of pain and it's starting to affect me. So I'm going to stop and maybe I'll make a video later. If not, when we come back, we'll talk about these 1940 earrings. So rare, so cool. One of those things like, oh, I love this. And then this pagoda. And if you really look, this is that same art that you see that has the serpent in the water and all the detail work in that. I love this. It's an amazing set. It's the earrings. And they're pierced. It's just cool that they're pierced. Yeah, it's the pagoda. Isn't that the coolest thing? So when we come back, we'll look at that, but I need to stop because I just can't sit still. Okay, thank you again. I'm sorry I never thanked you guys. I feel embarrassed for myself. I'm so sorry because I do appreciate you. Obviously, I'm doing this in order to sell my products, to share knowledge, to get this stuff out there, get it out of my house. And just it helps me because I did great with the eBay and all that. It's just trying to type. Everything I do with my arms affects my neck. So being able to do this is such a godsend to be able to sell directly because I don't have to go through that because it was an issue. It was becoming an issue with my hands and my neck. So thank you. I really do appreciate you. Oh, and I just so bad about like getting a link to someone's channel and getting it like when I'm in YouTube and how to be in YouTube and get someone's link and put it in my description. I'm really new to this, so I have to like get it on my phone and send the email and then copy it. But Patsy, P-A-T-Z-Y, Craftsy, so C-R-A-F-T-Z-Y, she hit 500 subs. But we need to get her over because you know how YouTube is. It's going to go up and down. We want to maintain that 500. I say 600 by the end of the year. So go over and check her out. And she has a live auction this afternoon. I got to get this up because it's already getting late. Oh my goodness, almost 3 o'clock. I hope y'all see this in time. 5:30, she has a live auction on her channel. Talking about great prices. And she's just a great personality and a wonderful person. So go to Patsy Craftsy's sub. Or if you comment on her video from yesterday, you could win a jewelry jar. It's a bag. It looks like a jar. I want some of those. But it's so cool. She's giving away a gift in celebration of her 500 subscribers. But she has that live auction today. I bought a lot of stuff from her because it's just a lot of really interesting things, and her prices just can't beat it. And she's just she brings everyone together. She reached out to me. She didn't have to do that. Invited me to come to her auction and to, she was my first purchase. She bought that big old box. So I'm very grateful to her. I love her channel. I ain't just saying that because, she bought my thing. No, I've gotten to know her. I really took a liking to her. I love her. I do. I love her. So I hope I see y'all there at 5:30. I'm gonna go so I can make sure I get my work done. Go move that water hose for flooding my fire bed. All right. Y'all be good. Be kind to yourselves. Bye.